at e-commerce solutions for MSMEs. And if you recall, about 2 weeks ago, we did a session on demystifying e-commerce for a lot of our entrepreneurs who are involved in online sales, particularly now. Online is very, very important for persons in business, particularly those persons involved with sales. And so this morning, one of our financial partners has joined us, and they're going to be talking to us about some of the solutions that are available to persons who are involved in online sales. I want to welcome Gregory Peart from the National Commercial Bank. He is the Sales and Relationship Manager for Acquiring in the NCB's Payment Services Division, right? And he's responsible for the unit's portfolio growth and relationship management activities. He has over a decade of experience in the financial industry in the areas of sales and service discipline, branch operations, training, marketing, and risk management. So you know that he knows exactly what he's going to be sharing with us this morning. Before we get into the presentation though, just a few housekeeping matters. Remember, all mics are muted so that the presentation will happen seamlessly. What you can do is write your questions in the chat, and at the end of the presentation, we will acknowledge the questions and have them answered. Also, we'll facilitate questions at the end of the session. So if you didn't get a chance to type it into the chat, you can go ahead, raise your hand using the icon that is available at the center of the screen, and we'll acknowledge you and get your question answered. Gregory, it's over to you for now, and I know that you're going to be introducing Kemar Harris from Pulse Social a little bit later from this. But go ahead and let's see how the question and answer goes closer to the end of your presentation.
All right, good morning, everyone. I trust that everyone is fine and managing at this time as we continue to live with COVID. And as you mentioned, I'm also joined by Kemar Harris. And Kemar is one of our merchants. He's also a business partner. He's also a developer. He wears many hats. But I'm sure at the end of this session, you'll leave understanding how to shift your business into an online store. You already understand why you must do it. You already understand when you must do it. So what we'll be assisting you with today is how to do it. And we're looking forward to a very interactive session, and we'll be showing a demo and as well to guide you so that you can leave with some practical steps to get started. Because the truth is, business is happening, albeit it may be at a different level, but sales are happening, and you want to ensure that you're participating in those sales experiences. Whether or not you're on e-commerce, your customers are on e-commerce, and you don't want them to get used to purchasing from another supplier or someone else who's offering the same service as you're offering. So you want to ensure that you're there to continue to fill those needs, as well as to attract new customers, because e-commerce provides a whole world of opportunities, not just for your localized level, like when you have a storefront, but you have opportunities at a national, regional, and global level with e-commerce. So as I mentioned, I'm supported by Kemar today, and Kemar has had years of experience as a digital marketing strategist and expert web developer, and he will walk you through an e-commerce platform, how to get set up, right? All right, so why e-commerce? We already know that what's happening with COVID, for safety reasons, many of us don't want to go out, and similarly, our customers don't want to go out. So e-commerce, pre-COVID, has always been an opportunity for businesses to reach customers who they couldn't reach before. With customers not wanting to come out of their homes as much as before, it will now allow us to reach those customers who are staying in, or those customers who want to even assist their parents who they may not even be able to visit. So they'll go online and make the purchases or have the items delivered, or they may go online and visit the doctor online and make the payment online. So the business case has been made for e-commerce. You would have seen a tweet from our Prime Minister a few weeks ago that spoke exactly to why we need to do e-commerce. We also know that businesses that are experiencing increasing sales across varying sectors right now, they're experiencing it across the e-commerce channel. So while the channels such as our regular card machines that you would go into a store and make a payment, while you would see some decline for some industries, e-commerce continued to be, you continue to have a significant uptick in e-commerce. And if you don't do it, I can assure you that your competitors are doing it. So after COVID, you may not have this, well, if you don't pivot, then you will not have your same customer base because they would have found another solution to fill the need that they have. So the disruption is happening, and it's important that you capitalize on this disruption, because if you don't, you will see that at the end of it, you would need to make some serious decisions about the longevity of your business. All right, so our goal is to help SMEs such as yourself transform their business to withstand the impact of the crisis, to increase revenue online through e-commerce. So what that is saying is that essentially e-commerce is about making sales online. So what we will cover in this webinar: what is e-commerce? How can your business benefit and from increased revenue from e-commerce? We look at a number of e-commerce solutions, and we look at e-commerce solutions for varying levels of business, whether you're a micro or SME, or you want to define your business as a larger business or a corporate. So whatever the stage at, I can tell you that we have solutions geared towards every industry and every market segment. And I know you're thinking, no, is this for real? And yes, it is for real. We do have solutions because we've been in payments over 3 decades, right? NCB has been in payments over 3 decades. I've been in e-commerce for quite a number of years as well. And the pain points that merchants would have had, let's say like even smaller merchants, is that they would have done the website, but how do they get started? How do they get customers on their website? We do have some solutions to fix that pain point as well. Another pain point is that they're not sure how to get started, where to find a developer. We do have a solution that at the end of it, you don't necessarily need a developer. You can do it. You can do it without a developer. Another pain point, particularly for the larger businesses they may have, is that they understand the brick and mortar, but they don't understand how they'll manage their inventory and even the logistics piece with having a website. So we do have solutions that have inbuilt logistic in terms of the shipping, how those items get to the customer, as well as there are different partnerships that you can look at that would help you with your stock units, how to manage your inventory. So we do have those relationships with those technology companies that we can also share those contacts with you and determine how you want to move forward. So whatever your pain point is, we've spent a lot of resources and time understanding as customers what...
Gregory, sorry to interrupt, but there's a squeaking in your background.
There's a squeaking?
Yes.
Okay. I'm in a conference room by myself.
Maybe it's feedback. There's a little squeaking happening. All right, I thought there was a machine printing something or something. It's all right. Go back to your presentation.
No machine or anything. I'm in a room all by myself.
All right, go back to it. It's okay.
Okay. All right. So whatever it is, the level that your business is at, I can assure you that we've invested heavily in the pain points, and we partner with a number of businesses to resolve those pain points. So we'd want to partner with you as well. What I'll say as well, that we've seen where businesses, we've had customers who have had to either shut down their single store that they're using, or they've reduced the number of stores, or they've closed on all the stores, whether it's temporary or permanent, because of the realities that they're facing now, where some cases they can't afford to pay rent, they can't afford to pay salaries, and so they don't even reach the part about paying taxes yet. But rent, salaries, utilities, they're struggling with that, so they say it's better to shut down. But we want to tell you that today we have a solution that can assist you to continue to remain relevant to your existing customers and to attract new customers, so you can continue to serve the communities that you're serving. because it's very painful. I can tell for me, it's very painful when I listen to, when I'm engaging some of our merchants and they're telling me about the experience. And we want to find a way to help you and to partner with you so that you don't have to be going through that. So what is e-commerce? Essentially, the making of payments, buying and selling of goods and services via an electronic channel. So it may not just be trading. It could be, for example, we have a medical practice online where you can do doctor visits. And we have a number of medical practices online. We have tutoring services or merchants as well, who they'll do the tutoring online. We have counseling services. So there are a number of services that are available online, and they would have their payment option, and we'll speak more about the payment option. So benefit of e-commerce, you increase your market space. You not only just localize in the area that you're in, parish you're in, or in the country you're in, but you've gone regional as well as global as well. And so you can attract new customers, right? And the more customers you attract, then the more you can widen your product set to get increased revenue. So because our customers are saying at this point they're missing sales because they can't open more because customers not coming in. What we want to say is that with NCB e-commerce solution, you won't miss a sale online. So we will assist you with capturing all your key card sales, MasterCard sales, Visa sales. And the beauty about it is that with more banks going with Visa debit now, you'll also be able to have more customers who may not have had a credit card, but because their bank has given them a Visa debit card, they can now purchase online. So the opportunities are increasing from that aspect as well. So I'm going to tell you about 3 options that we offer. 3 options. So first one, I'm going to start with how can you use your website for e-commerce. If you already have a website, we will partner with you at NCB so that you can do the integration through our payment gateway and you get payment next day. So all transactions done 4 p.m. So like I said, today is Tuesday. All transactions done on your website up to 4 p.m. today will be settled, will be in your account by tomorrow. And we settle in Jamaican or USD, in 2 currencies, but we accept a wide range of currencies, whichever. Say if someone is in Canada and they use a Canadian credit card, right? That's fine. Just know that you'd have to determine if you want to be paid in Jamaican or US, and you can have 2 accounts set up and get funds in both accounts the same day. You determine how you'd want to do that, but we provide that support to you. So we also will guide you through. So I'll give you a very high level of the process. If you're already an NCB merchant, an email alone is adequate to get set up once you're an NCB merchant. If you are not yet an NCB merchant, but you're an NCB business customer, or depending on the type of the service you're offering, an NCB personal customer, then we can get you started with those accounts that you already have. If you do not yet have an account with NCB, then we'll ask for you to open an account and we'll assist you in getting set up with opening an account. And then we'll have you complete a few forms and then we'll do the integration depending on the process that you're choosing. So and I'm going to tell you the 3 options very shortly, right? So if you're using the customized website, then the option will be through First Atlantic Commerce, where you'd either do a hosted payment page or you have an API and you connect to our payment gateway to get set up. And as I indicated earlier, we accept both JMD and we set in your account in either JMD or USD. Okay. We also have an option if you're a small merchant and you do not sure you want to do e-commerce just yet and you want to participate in a marketplace. We have several merchants who have websites that provide marketplace options. So you have like Cool Market, you have Things Jamaica, you have also have ShopQ Mall. You have a number of options that you can participate in and list your products or services on that marketplace. So it provides you, the pain point itself for this one is that sometimes merchants would invest heavily in getting set up, but they don't know how to attract customers. But having a marketplace, being a part of a marketplace, it would solve for that because the marketplace would provide that support with you in promoting the marketplace to bring customers to, and you'll see the different vendors and different products and services to to give you an option that you, an example that you'll be more familiar with, it would be like Amazon. Amazon is a marketplace, but there are several local options here, marketplace options here, and some of them even provide logistics support in terms of the shipping. So you would have the item and they would either pick it up and then have it delivered at your customer, or you would have it sent to them and then their bearer or their integration with TAR or Not So the Express or those options would provide that logistics support. All right, so or DHL. So there's several options there. And then we also have a solution at NCB where we've partnered with a company called Figaro. So let's say you do not want to have a developer to build a customized solution, and you do not want to be a part of a marketplace. But what's there in between solution that you could look at? We have partnered with Figaro, and Figaro will provide essentially what we call e-commerce in a box. So you would not need a developer for this. What it does is that it provides a website template wherein you can enter, basically you'd have done the data entry for your different products and services. And if you have quite a few products and services, you can upload them via Excel. What I'll tell you though is that for the images, you'll be required to add the images one by one for that option. So if you're not able to do, we do have different partners you could engage, and those will come at a cost. So you negotiate with those persons to determine, okay, do you want to use them to upload the images for you, or do you want to do that, right? Or you can do it yourself. Think of social media or you upload an image. But there are some general tips though to ensure that it's at the right quality and it's clean. But Figaro, I won't speak much about it now, but because Kemar is going to go quite in depth about the features of Figaro. But what I'll say is that with Figaro option, you can get started in accepting payments online. If you're an existing merchant already, you can get started within 5 days to start accepting payments online. So it's quite easy because there's no need for a developer in that. And you have different website templates, and it has integration with DHL for the logistics support. So there are many benefits. In terms of a costing for Figaro, the cost varies. It ranges from $14.99 US per month to $49.99 US per month, depending on the plan that you choose and the number of users that are on your platform, meaning like administrative users. And these payments to go directly to Figaro. There's also a setup fee of 60 US per month. We do have a special offer for those who sign up, and I'll tell you a little bit more. For those of you on the webinar, we do have a special offer for you. So just listen to the end of the webinar and you're gonna hear the details on that. But there will be some cost savings if you sign up very quickly on this option, all right? But it's quite easy to get set up. All right, so I'm gonna hand over to Kemar, who will share his screen now and will provide more details. But just to pause for now and probably take about 3 questions or so. If anyone has any questions they want to ask while Kemar would start. I'm looking at the messages. No questions? Okay, so Kemar, over to you.
Okay, thank you very much.
I'm sorry, Kemar. I'm sorry, Kemar. There was a question about asking if NCB accepted Magento and OpenCart. Does NCB offer payment integration for e-commerce platforms like Magento and OpenCart?
I'm going to post a link in the chat with all the platforms that are accepted so that everyone can see that are accepted. I'll send it in the chat shortly.
All right, and then there are other questions. Is the setup fee $60 a month or just $60?
Just $60, a one-off setup fee of $60, and the monthly fee would be what I had mentioned before in terms of depending on the package that you choose. There are some other fees, and for full disclosure, I'll just talk about the other fees now as well. So there's a per transaction fee of 25 cents US per transaction. That's a gateway fee. And there's also a percentage of the value that is charged of the transaction amount. So we call that our merchant discount rate. So there are those fees as well. but those fees are universal across all the solutions. So, Kimar, over to you.
All right, thank you. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now. And, you know, I'm very excited about Figaro because as a developer, I would usually have to build everything from the ground up. But what Figaro presents is, to me, the easiest way to set up an e-commerce store in just a matter of minutes once you sign up on the platform. So before I even get into it, let me show you, let me just pull up Figaro's website. So this is their website, and this is like where you will be going to sign up to open your account after you have, you know, done the necessary steps with NCB. So I just want to point out that Figaro does allow you to set up your e-commerce store, but it also does a lot more than just e-commerce. So at this point on their screen, they show you the different things that you can do with Figaro. So you can set up payment buttons, which I will explain in a few minutes. Basically, you know, links that you can send to potential customers to purchase an item. You can build a complete e-commerce store on Figaro in a matter of minutes. You can also send invoices. You can do your billing, send invoices and quotations from within Figaro and allow those customers to pay you online. So Figaro is really a one-stop solution to solve many needs that you may have. You can manage your products and services within Figaro, so it allows you to manage your inventory, ensuring that, you know, you're not selling beyond what you have in stock. You can also do some amount of accounting, profit and loss, etc. with Figaro. Another great aspect of Figaro is that they have a logistics module which integrates with DHL if you decide to use DHL as one of your, you know, logistics suppliers. So that logistic module can come in very handy as well. But we'll be focusing on the Figaro shops. So I'm going to show you right now a quick shop that I was able to build on Figaro's platform within just about 90 minutes or less. So this is a store that I built really quickly, and I told myself that, you know, I wasn't gonna watch any of their tutorials. They have a lot of tutorials, a lot of videos, and on their website, they also have a live chat that you can use at any point in time to get additional support or guidance on anything that you don't understand. But I decided that I would build this site without, you know, any prior knowledge of Figaro, and I was able to build this really nice store. You can see it's a standard store. When you go to the shop page, you see a listing of all the products that I have available. And the beauty of this is when I visited my store on mobile, it looked amazing on mobile devices as well. So it was automatically, you know, compatible with mobile phones, and it just fit beautifully with responsive design. So just a quick walkthrough of my store. A person can come to my shop page, click on an item they're interested in. Let's say they want to buy this, they can, you know, choose from the different versions that I have. I may have it in gold, black, white. You can choose the version that you want. So I'm gonna go ahead and check out with two black hats. I'm gonna add them to cart. You can see my shopping cart page. If I had given you a coupon as a customer, you could have applied the coupon there to get a discount. When you proceed to checkout, it does the necessary things. It asks you for your shipping address, your billing information, and you can proceed to the next step. Now, the other great thing about Figaro is that it allows you to list all your shipping methods. So I'm going to go into the back end in a few minutes to show you where you control everything here. So one, it integrates directly with DHL. However, if you don't use DHL as a shipping provider, you can definitely set up your own custom shipping rates based on whichever provider you use. So I can indicate that I want same day delivery. Select this shipping method, and I'm browsing as a customer now. This is me as a customer just navigating the website, purchasing an item. So at this point, you simply, you know, fill out the checkout page. You can pay with Visa, MasterCard, or key card, as Gregory had mentioned before. And just like that, a customer is able to purchase an item, you get a notification, you fulfill it, and you get paid money in your bank account next day. Now, I did mention that I built this website in just about 90 minutes. So if you are looking to go, e-commerce and you want to do it quickly, Figaro is definitely one of the solutions you want to look at. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to jump into the back end of my account where I can pretty much control everything. I'll show you how I set this up, and I'll show you how you can get started as well. All right, so I'm going to select my business. So this is the admin dashboard of Figaro. So I did mention that you can do things such as invoicing, accounting, so you can see the different options here. Let me just show you what each of them looks like. So this is the accounting module in which you can create an invoice, send the invoice to a customer, you can apply which product or service the customer is purchasing. Now, what I love the most about this, I've used many billing systems, and my problem is they just don't allow the customer to pay online. But with Figaro, you can go to an invoice, click on the payment link button, and you get a link that you can send to the customer, and the customer gets a pay now button automatically in their email. So you can send this link to the customer, they can click the pay now button in the email of the invoice, and they automatically pay you online. Money goes into your NCB account. You can generate quotes and recurring invoices as well. So invoice module may come in very handy. Of course, we're focusing on e-commerce, but I just wanted to show you some of the capabilities. There's an accounting module that can give you reporting on your expenses, payroll, etc. Profit and loss, it does so much. Now, products and services is by far one of the modules that you will use the most. So underneath products and services, you get to list all your products and all the services that you have available. And I'm gonna just browse through it and then I come back really quickly and set up a new product, show you the interface, and you will see that I have now a new product that persons can buy from my store. So products and services, there's a button to create new ones. There's also product options. In many cases, you might have a product that comes in different versions. You may have different color variations or you may have size variations. So this is where you come and you set up those variations and exactly what they are. So under my size variation, I have small, medium, large, etc. And I could have, new custom variations here as well. Categories basically allows you to organize the products in your store. I'm going to create a new category now because I know that I'm going to add a product in a minute and I want it to be in a category called jewelry. And I'm going to indicate that this category should show up on my website. Now, suppliers, underneath suppliers, if you have suppliers that you buy from regularly, you can list them here so that you have, all your accounts in one place. Inventory, if you have multiple location, multiple maybe stores or storage areas, you can list them here. And then further on, we'll be able to indicate how much stock we have at each location. Underneath taxes, you would have known that the government reduced the tax to 15%. So when I was setting up my store, I created a tax option for 15 and I created a tax option for 16.5, assuming that, eventually they're going to increase it back to 16.5. So I have this one set as my default now. You can also set up coupons for whenever you are, offering special discount or offers. All right, so jumping back to my dashboard, underneath clients, you have a listing of all the customers. The logistics module, a very great module. Here you can indicate if you ship with DHL and you have a DHL account, here you can set up, you can select an order and you can request a quote. You can indicate to DHL that, hey, they need to come and pick up this item from your store. it automatically does that integration for you. You indicate when you want the item to be picked up by DHL, what date, what time, pickup address of your store, delivery address, and it will automatically pull in the cost from DHL depending on the weight of your item. Now, the next option here that I want to mention is payment buttons. So you can generate a payment button for any product that is in your store. Now, what payment buttons are? They're simply the easiest way to share a product to have someone purchase it. And it's also very good to integrate with another website. Maybe you have a Wix site already, you have a WordPress site, or whichever other platform you might be using before. So you select the product that you want to generate a payment button for. I select it, I click the button, create a buy now button, and immediately I get this link. So this is a link that I can send to persons via Facebook, WhatsApp. I can put it in my social media posts or put it in my social media ads. And persons will get to the site to purchase that item. Or if you're embedding it into another store, you can just copy this, put it in your Wix or your WordPress if you have another platform. No, let me just show you what happens when a customer goes to that link. So when a customer goes to that link, this is the interface they see. They see a picture of the item. They don't see any other distractions, just that one item, which is why I like it so much. They can indicate the quantity. If it had versions, they'll be able to select the, the color or the size, whichever version options you had set up. Continue, enter their information, and they get taken to the checkout page to buy that single item. So payment buttons are really great, really amazing. Now, underneath the website tab, this is where I spent a little bit of time, just getting the colors right on my site. Here, you can upload your logo. All right, so this is where you control how your website looks. This is where I was able to go and create the necessary pages that I thought was important for my site. So I created an About Us page. I have a home page. You would have seen that I have, privacy policy page. I have multiple pages that are there. Now, let me just show you what the interface is like. It's really simple. My home page, if you notice, I have an image here at the top of my home page. If I wanted to edit that image, I click on the page, which is home page that I'm on now. I see edit image, and the edit image is the image at the top. So I just come into it. Right here, I can click to edit the edit image, and I can select a new image from my store. Select that new image, hit save. Okay, waiting on this to go away. Go to website actions, hit publish. And just like that, I will be able to change the image at the top of my website. See, it's that simple. Now, of course, you saw the navigation. So here is where you control the navigation, what options show up in the menu. You can upload here in the media library all the images and resources that you want to use on your website. Now, another amazing thing about Figaro is the option to really just select a template that you like, and immediately you have a whole new look for your store. You have something that really blends with your brand. I mentioned that I created the store in 90 minutes. The great thing is that I came here, I looked at the different templates, and I just selected the one I like. And I went to the page and I customized it to, have my pictures, use the colors of preference, etc. So Figaro, they have really solved and made e-commerce easy in every way possible, right? Here on the template colors, I can set the main colors. You would see that I primarily use green on my site. That's the primary color here, and our secondary color, black. So this is the interface. You will see that it's really simple, really straightforward. But let me now go to the most important thing in my opinion, which is, being able to add your products. So I'm gonna add a new product right now, and I'm showing you how simple it is. All right, so I have, let me pull up the product information. All right. So I'm gonna put in the title of my product. All right, so this is the title of my product, Jamaica Waving Flag Medal Pendant. I'm gonna select the currency to Jamaican. Just the dollar sign only is representing US, but the J dollar sign is representing Jamaican currency. So Gregory did mention that you can charge in both US and Jamaican. So you decide on your store whether you want to charge in US or Jamaican, depending on what bank account you have at the bank and you know which bank accounts you decided to integrate. I decided to integrate both, so I have both US and Jamaican showing as currencies. However, for this product, I'm charging in Jamaican. So the type is a product and not a service. If you want to indicate a supplier, you can select from your list of suppliers. This is private to you for your records, not visible to the customer. Now I need to put in a description for my product. All right, so this is my description now. And my product is a chain, but I have it in different sizes, different lengths. So I can come here and I can decide that I want to set product up. Let me choose 2 product options, because you know the last time I did this, someone said, but our products that we sell in store, we have both sizes and we have both colors. So how you handle that? We can select multiple product options. So you select one first. For me, I selected size, and remember that the product options, you preset them here. So I pre-created something called size, and I indicated that the options are large, medium, small. Pre-created something called color, and the options are white, black, gold. So I'm just selecting from what I already created. So I'm indicating that the options that come with this product, we have size options and we have color options. Now, product versions. Now that you've selected the options, you can indicate the versions that are actually available. So I can say that we have in stock, we have size medium, and with the size medium, we have the colors in white. And I can put just a code here to identify it. And with each version, you can put a different price. Because what might happen is that anything that is large or extra large might automatically cost more than something that is just, you know, small. So I'll put this here to 500. For the weight, not sure the weight of the item, but I'm gonna just put 1 kg for now. And I'm gonna indicate that this is the main version, which by default, this is a version that will be selected, but the person can change it while they are shopping. Okay, so I just added my first version. I'm gonna add that I have this in large and in white again. And this is just an example. I just put a code LW. And my white item is my large item is gonna cost a little bit more. Put a size, and I'm gonna add one more size. I have it in just white only, but I could have chosen other colors. XL-W, and I'm gonna set my weight here this time to 1,000. Sorry, my price here to 1,000. Sorry. Okay, so there I have it. I've set up, pretty much finished everything on the product tab. I also want to tick this option to say show on website, because if you don't tick this, if you don't turn on show on the website, it won't be visible on your website to customers. Now I'm moving on to the categories tab, and I'm gonna select the category. I'm gonna select jewelry, and remember that we created the categories here. That's why I was able to select them. The tax rate, I'm gonna select 15%. And finally, for my images, I need to add an image to my product so a customer will know what it looks like. All right, and I have a few images here that I saved on my computer before. All right, so I just added one image. Let me see if I can add another. Okay, so I have to add the images. I have to save one image first and I can come back and add more. All right, let me move on to inventory for now. So I did mention that this platform can do inventory management. So for my necklace that is M-W, in my mind, that's medium, size medium, color white. So I can indicate that I have it at my Kingston location and I have 10, 20 in stock. For this one, I have 5 in stock. For this one, I have it in the Montego Bay location, but just 1 in stock. And so this helps to ensure that you don't spend more than, you don't sell more than you have in stock. So this is my product now. Here's my product, and I'm gonna go to the site in a minute. But before I do so, I want to show you that you can add more images. So I have 1 image already. I'm gonna just add a second image to show that I can have multiple images. All right, good. So now I want to go back to my shop page. And immediately as I go back to my shop page, I see my product there. Can click on it. I can select the size and the color. I want size large. Oh, the only color I had available was white. See the multiple images that are there. And this, I think this was fairly quick. You know, no web developer needed. Let me delete the hat from my cart. And it's so simple to create a product and allow a customer to buy it. That was so simple. In fact, you know, much simpler than many of the other platforms that I've interacted with. And as mentioned, you can come onto a product and you can generate a payment button and a person. You can broadcast that anywhere. You can put it in your ads and get persons to buy that item. So it's that simple. All right, there's just one more thing that I want to show you on the site. I didn't show you before, but underneath settings, this is where now you are able to, you know, do a little bit more. You can put the details about your company name. You can select the language. For me, it's English. If you integrate with DHL, here you just select DHL from the list, put in your DHL account number, and you can also put an overhead cost if you wish to add an overhead cost to, you know, the shipping cost that DHL will charge you. No, what I particularly wanted to do was I don't necessarily have a DHL account, so I wanted the ability to set up my own prices for shipping based on, you know, what the shipping providers that I partner with charge for delivery. So I created a shipping zone. Let me just create a new one here, for example. I can say, okay, Kingston rural areas. Just giving it a name. And I'm gonna select my country as Jamaica. And what I can do now within Jamaica, I can select the parish. I'll select the parish to be Kingston. And what, 1 second, a specific province/state can only be included in one zone. Oh, I forgot that I already set up one with Kingston, my bad. So this one already contained Kingston. All right, but here I created it and I included Kingston, St. Andrews, and Catherine. So it's called a shipping zone. And what a zone is, it's just an area that you group together, different areas you can group together, and you put the rate for shipping to those areas. So what I've done is that underneath the shipping zone, I put different shipping prices based on how fast the delivery is. So I indicated an option called same-day delivery. And for same-day delivery, I decided to charge $1,000. And I indicated that within 1 day, it would have transit to the customer and be delivered. However, you can set other conditions there. I can set that, you know, if the item that the customer, this only applies if the item that the customer ordered is under 20,000, or maybe it's a weight consideration. Because many shippers will say, you know, this is already up to up to 10 pounds, and then above 10 pounds, this is the rate. So you can indicate that, you know, the minimum, the condition for this rate is from 0 pound to 10 pound. Just an example. I don't think the rate is actually in kilograms, so you would have to do conversion, but just showing it as an example. And this is where the shipping costs were pulled from when the person was checking out on the site. Now, apart from this, there are many other options here. You can set up different roles on your site, meaning if you want to give staff access, you can indicate what type of access a staff can get, which of the modules, whether they can access inventory or a particular staff can only add products. And you will see under users, this is where you come to add more users, or you can invite persons here. Another option that I found particularly really good on this platform was the option to import products, because to be honest, if I have an inventory of even as small as 100 products, I don't want to sit to add them one at a time. So you come again, let me just show you under settings, you come to import, you click on products, and what it will do, it allows you to download an Excel file, an Excel document. Let me see if I can show you what that document looks like. Yes, so what that document looks like. So that document comes with different headings, and what you need to do is to just load up the different information underneath the respective headings. So put price underneath the price column, and you have all the information for the product coming across. And what that does now is that, you know, you have everything organized, and you just come here, select the Excel, updated Excel document, upload it to Figaro, and all your products are imported for you. So that's a real great benefit and a really good feature, because if you have another inventory system, you just export. And many businesses are already just managing inventory from within Excel. Now, if you want to import, maybe it is that your products are already loaded, but what you want to do is to update the stock count for each product. You can also, you know, underneath settings, sorry, my bad, underneath settings, go to import, come to product inventory, and download that similar template, fill it with the data necessary, upload it, and your inventory, your stock count of Figaro would have been updated. And you know, this is it really, guys. This is how simple it is to set up and manage your e-commerce website with Figaro. I can't think of anything that I didn't just walk you through. This is all you need to know for Figaro. This is how simple the platform is. I literally just show you the platform from beginning to end in just a few minutes. So I'm gonna now, you know, just hand over back. And if anyone has any questions, Sansia, you can let me know, and I will answer them as best as possible. I know Gregory has a lot more to go through with you.
All right. Thank you very much, Kemar, for your presentation. It was clear indeed. I know that there is a question in the chat room from Lisa Calendar. She's asking if the e-commerce, I guess the e-commerce platform will work for digital products such as paid workshops. And
Yes,
how does it
does.
integrate with a business website? Go ahead, say that again.
That's a very good question. It does. It works for any type of product. Gregory will tell you that it even works for services. So it doesn't have to be a product that a person purchased, but it can be a service. Maybe you offer some form of house cleaning and you want the persons to pay online. You can use this system as well. So it's not limited to products that have to be shipped. It can be digital products. It can be services.
Wonderful. Next question, does it have an automatic inventory integration, example with QuickBooks?
So not that I am aware of, however, they are constantly updating the platform. However, what I would recommend is that you just jump over to the live chat on their website, and you can direct that question to their support team. They're very, very responsive.
Okay. I thought that was the website that you were showing. I thought that was one that you built.
Right. So that website was built from just signing up onto Figaro.
Okay, so this is the Figaro
That is the Figaro website.
that you were using. Okay, that's the one that Gregory mentioned.
Even though the URL and the domain name was mine, it's really Figaro, but your customer doesn't know. Your customer may not know how simple it was for you to build that site. What I would recommend for that inventory question though is that, it's fairly simple to export to an Excel or CSV file from QuickBooks and just import that data right into Figaro.
All right, I want to ask Gregory to go back over the 3 options for e-commerce that he had mentioned. He mentioned the marketplace option, the Figaro option, but I didn't get the first one. But before you do that, Gregory, come here, one more question. How does it integrate with a business website? For example, somebody that already has a registered domain name, how does Figaro integrate with that website?
All right. So if the person has that domain name already, maybe they bought it from GoDaddy or another registrar, what they will do is they will connect that domain name to Figaro, and then automatically their Figaro website is available from that domain name. Or maybe it is a case where they already have a website on that domain name. And what they can do, what I would do, I would just load up my products on that site. If it is I don't want to switch completely to Figaro, and I would use the payment buttons option to generate pay links for each product. And I would put those pay links into my already existing website. Maybe you have a website with Wix and you like that website. So you just put the pay links on each product on your Wix site, and persons are able to easily pay through Figaro.
Okay, thank you very much. And then I also want to highlight JBDC's own marketplace option, Things Jamaican. I'm just learning today that it's a marketplace option. So thank you for that, Gregory. So Things Jamaican is a marketplace option for persons that have products, Jamaican-made products that they want to sell both locally and internationally. Things Jamaican has a brand new platform that we launched just before the lockdown of the country, but it is beautiful and it is in progress right now. It's like we knew this was gonna happen, and so we just went into action and we launched our thingsjamaicансhopping.com website. So any producers in this session can go ahead and take a look at the site and make contact with our marketing services unit. We will be more than happy to facilitate you for a session where we can take a look at the products and ensure that they are at the standard that can be put on the site, because it's a really high-end site. And if it's not at the standard, don't worry yourself. We're not going to leave you high and dry. There's a process that we will take you through to ensure that your products benchmark internationally. All right, Gregory, so it's back over to you to just go back through those 3 options for us.
So that was a shameless plug on your part, but
it was.
And I see where David Silver has posted a link to the website in the.
Thank you very much, David.
So, given that, we just segue and talk about marketplace as one of the 3 options. So, you had asked me earlier to just go over what the 3 options are. So, marketplace is one of the 3 options, and the benefit of this, if it is that you don't want to have your own setup, you just want to participate where someone else already has an e-commerce platform, and you just put your item on it and you sell your items as they go along. And Things Jamaica, good example, one that everybody knows is Amazon. That's a marketplace. So what you do is that you would provide your items and they'll display it, and then they'll sell it on your behalf, and then naturally they'll then pay you the funds. So that's one option. And the next option would be if you do not necessarily want a developer either, but you don't want to participate in a marketplace, or in addition to participating in a marketplace, you do want to have some greater control over look and feel of your website, but you don't want to do it through a developer, we do provide website template solutions. And as you saw just now, it's pretty much data entry on your part, as you saw Kemar did just now with the Figaro solution. So the fields are there and you enter the data, and then you can get started in accepting payments online, or you can even create, without a website still, you can create a payment button, and you can send that payment button via WhatsApp, or you can post it on your Facebook page, Instagram, different social media platforms. And then persons can just click on that, and then they can view the item and make the payment. So that's even without a website. And then the third option, and this will be more for our larger entities, wherein they want to have full control over everything. They can have their own website, and they can also have their developer do all the work to integrate with their backend, and we would have it connected through our payment gateway, which is First Atlantic. So there are three options. There's a marketplace, then there will be the website template, and then there will be the customized solution. So there are three options that you can look at. For the marketplace or the website template, no developer is required. We do have some limitations over the freedom in some of the areas that you want to do, but no website or developer is required for that one. Or if you do have a website, you could still also use Figaro. But if you want a full control, then the customized solution will be the option for you. I'm gonna just pause and see if there's any question before I just moving quickly about the benefits of doing social media, advertising on social media, engaging your customers. So
There is one question, Gregory from Horatio. Is the pricing for using the payment button option only have a different pricing? All right.
So there are three options.
You understand what he's saying?
Yeah, man, I understand.
Okay, good.
So meaning if he's not doing a website, not doing Figaro shops, not so if all he's using is a payment button, then does he need to pay the same price? So I'd sent the document above earlier. I can resend it if you're not seeing it, which has the pricing details outlined. So short answer is that payment button isn't a determining factor in the pricing. You get it in the options for Figaro. So what will determine the pricing is the number of users that you want, number of administrative users, as well as if you're taking Figaro shops. But you don't, even without Figaro shops, you still get the pricing button option. All right, so it's in the details is right above, it was sent at 10:32. So if you look at the timestamp for 10:32 in the chat, you'll see the document with the pricing details. All right, so so very good question, and thank you very much for that question, Orisha. So I'm gonna talk a little bit now about the benefits of advertising on social media. So naturally it gives you improved brand recognition. So people recognize your brand as being a credible place, as well as always building loyalty with your customers, because it gives you a first-hand opportunity to interact with your customers. It also boosts your ranking in the in search engine. So if you're searching for different types of business, then it is more likely that your business will come up. And it reduces your marketing costs as well when you compare it to other forms of media. And it also improves your conversion rates, and you can quickly identify who your customers are. You can quickly do a temperature check about the different opportunities, or before you even launch a product, there are teas, and see what the response is, and then you can know to tweak your product as you move forward. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the generating traffic and online sales via social media. And you can even if you haven't built out your e-commerce yet, you can start generating interest to say, e-commerce coming soon, or you want to buy online coming soon, and then you can start getting some feedback, or you can say, I'm thinking about selling online, or thinking about empowering you to buy online. What are some of the things you want, right? And start the conversation. And then that builds loyalty, because your customers will feel like they have a vested interest in your business and you value their feedback. And what I'll say, if you don't have a Facebook page, start now, create one now, and ensure that you create a business page. Business or brand, so on the screen you're seeing the different options. So create a business or brand page for your business, right? And content is key. try post at least once daily. And what is important is engagement. Engagement. So likes and follows, yes, that plays a role, but ensure that those who are following you and liking you are engaged. So that's very important. So 8 things that must be on your Facebook page. Your current contact information. So if your details change, your contact details have changed, ensure you update it. What are the hours of operation if you're operating a physical store? Ensure that people know, okay, this is the window in which I can reach you. And what's a great description of your business and what you offer. People must be clear that if you're offering, if you're selling ackee and sawfish, that you describe that it's ackee and sawfish. There shouldn't be wondering if it's curry mutton or if it's shoes you're selling. So it must be very clear. And a cover image that also, a cover image that includes the business name, contact information, and any current offers. So think about it like when you have a storefront, when you're walking past a storefront, if the storefront remains the same, then you don't necessarily look at what's going on. So you have to constantly kind of refresh it and ensure that you have high quality images as well. That would be appealing to the eyes so that persons would want to look at what you are offering. And if you have a website or links to any other social, or if you have any other social media pages, ensure that you provide the links so that persons can look at it, right? And you can drive that traffic. And a shop tab, so that the buy now that Kemal spoke about earlier, that could assist you if you have a shop tab on your website, on your Facebook page, and that would help you to make your sales. So Facebook isn't just for engagement, but also for commerce. And once you have Figaro, then you can copy and paste the shop tab, just as Kemar demonstrated earlier, and then they can use that to make purchases. Or if you don't have a Facebook page, that can be done via either WhatsApp as well, right? And a call to action button that prompts people to act now. So to say, okay, get 15% discount or use this code to check out by this date to get a special offer, whether it's free shipping or some special offer. Instagram as well, we've seen that Instagram is following is going, especially among the younger demographic. So ensure that you have a business page for Instagram, and notice I said business page. Ensure that you go for business, right? How to improve your Instagram presence. So 8 steps as well. So a lot of it are similar to what I mentioned in Facebook, but for Instagram, optimize your bio with your keywords and hashtag. Don't do too many, but ensure you do just enough that put yourself in a consumer mindset. What would they be thinking? So don't do a hashtag to say 1.5 inch pipe or something like that, because that would be more like what you're thinking from your skills. But do a hashtag probably would say plumbing or Jamaica plumbing or something that people would be words that they would use, not that what you would use. Hashtag Instagram also gives you one link when you go in your bio. So there are different options, and Kamara could speak to that. Or if you even look at NCB's Instagram page, you can go over to our page and go in our bio, and you see we have one link. But if you look at how we've used that one link, when you click on that, it brings you to different options that you can go into different avenues for the different solutions that we offer, as well as get different insights for our products and services. So ensure you use that one link usefully. Ensure your contact information is up to date. Post high quality images. Engage. Ensure you post at least once per day, and use stories. Because not everyone necessarily scroll through all the postings that are in their feed, but they're more likely to look at the stories. Ensure that you use stories. And we've seen even more recently where highlights is moving up your stories so that people are seeing most important stories. Right? So you want to ensure that it's in their face and they're always seeing the information. So use the stories and use highlights as well. So, and remember, use the professional or business account. And if you don't have a business account now, but you've been using a personal account, what you're seeing here is the option to switch to a business account. But it's quite easy. You can Google it as well. So I won't go through this, but once you go settings and you go account, you can switch to a professional account, right? And ensure that you have the right images that are in keeping with a professional account. And once you've done that, ensure that you do a budget to boost your posts, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, but ensure you do a budget to boost your posts. And Google Analytics provide quite a bit of support as well in guiding you as to how you can boost your posts, and it provides you with reports as you can know, so you can know the demographics that's seeing the information and that's connecting with your posts. So boost your posts on Facebook and boost it on Instagram, promote on Instagram. So what do you do now? What we've told you about so far, at the start we told you about why you should do the e-commerce, which we know that you're already aligned to, because the fact that you're here and the business case has been made for why you should do e-commerce. So we've told you about how you can do it, and we've told you about two different options, whether it's a marketplace, whether it's you're doing a website template, or whether you're going with a customized solution. And we've also given you a demo and showed you some steps as to how to get started. And we've also spoken about social media. So what do you know? Build your content in your social media, ensure you post the photos of your products, and create some special offers, whether it's a flash sale, a 1 day or a 1 hour flash sale, to build some loyalty, right? Or you say, okay, if you do this and then you can get this afterwards, but think about it and treat it like a business, because that's what it is, right? So what I'll say, next steps for your e-commerce, next step in summary, ensure that you recognize that you need to get started. The climate in Jamaica is such that your competitors are on it, and there's an option for everyone. So whether or not you don't know how to start it, bear in mind that you have different options. So if you don't have a developer, fine, you have a solution. If you don't know how to even promote your business, and you're not sure if you do your website or you're gonna bring traffic to get your customers, or you're gonna manage your inventory management piece, or we have a marketplace solution that can even assist you as well. And Things Jamaica, we're very pleased to partner with today for this webinar as their marketplace that you can even look at getting started on. But we also have a number of solutions at NCB. And what we want to say is that we're providing you with solutions in a box. So, for example, if you're a merchant with us, we offer quick scan and pay, where if you just, once you have quick scan and pay as a merchant, you have a barcode, which you can just display that on your website or display it on your WhatsApp post or WhatsApp it to someone or display it on your social media. And someone can scan that barcode and then transfer money from their Quisk account to you. And you don't need to be set up for e-commerce to even do that. And there's some other benefits once you're part of the NCB family, where we will give you an unsecured loan of up to 20 million based on your volumes that you do, based on the transaction flows that you do as a merchant. What we do is look at the average monthly amount for the last 6 months, and we go up to 2 times the monthly amount for the last 6 months. So if for the last 6 months you're doing on average 2 million per month, we will give you 4 million unsecured. If you're doing, and that's if you're offering a trade. If you're doing a service, we're doing 1 times that amount. So let's say you're doing a counseling service and you're doing 1 million per month on average, and we'll give you 1 million unsecured, right? About the ceiling on that is 20 million. If you're getting started in business, or if you're in business and you need to pivot, there's some key things that I'd recommend that you have. Ensure that you have an account with NCB. Ensure also that you have internet banking with NCB so you can monitor your activities, pay your suppliers, pay your staff, and also ensure that you have an NCB business credit card to pay your utilities, pay your suppliers, purchase your goods. And once you've gotten started with us and you're operating for at least 6 months, we will give you a credit card with a business credit card with a limit of up to $500,000, right? And that's immediate, and we pre-qualify you for that card once you get started with us. So it's important that you get started. And if you get started very soon, we will also have a surprise for you. And I'll tell you about that shortly, but I'll just pause for any questions as well as if Kemar wants to chime in with anything. But we have a special surprise for those who are on the webinar if you get started very soon. Kemar, would you like to add anything?
No, I think we have said so much. I think we have gone very in depth, and I believe that now is the time to take action, as you said, Gregory. Now is the time to jump on e-commerce before your competitors are too far ahead of you.
Agreed.
All right, and before you give your surprise, Gregory, yes. I just want to respond to a couple of things that I've seen inside the chat room. Number one, all of our webinars are recorded and they are aired, they are uploaded rather, on our YouTube channel. immediately, basically immediately after the webinar is completed. So if persons want to go back because they came in late or they have somebody else that needs to get the information and they weren't able to attend, the webinar is available on the JBDC Jamaica YouTube page. You can always go back and replay what happened today or for as far back as the past 6 weeks that we've been operating, 6 to 7 weeks that we've been operating. You can look at webinars, not just from the Virtual Biz Zone, but also from our In Concert series, as well as the Entrepreneur's Journey. In addition, I also want persons to know that our business development officers remain available to support any business idea, whether it's new or it's something that is existing and you're looking to pivot or to grow. We have services that is available to you. We have offices that are available to you. And you can always send us an email at info@jbdc.net. Our contact numbers are 876-550-1167 or 876-414-3376. We are active on social media, that will be Facebook and Instagram, and all of this is effective until the 1st of June when we all return to work physically. But in the meantime, if you want to contact us, social media, the 2 numbers that I just gave, as well as info@JBDC. Back to you, Gregory.
Thank you very much, Sansia. So, for offer now, so let's say you get signed up by, we are going to do, if you get signed up by May 29th, we're going to offer you some reduced rates. Reduced rates for onboarding. So, for example, the monthly fee that we spoke about earlier for Figaro, we're going to waive that if you get signed up by May 29th. The 60 US would still be applicable, just bear that in mind for the activation fee, but the monthly fee would still be applicable. And Kema has just dropped a link in the chat, which once you enter your information in this, okay, he's dropping it now. Once you enter information in this, then we're going to reach out to you. There it is. The link is there. Once you enter your information, we are going to reach out to you and you will get these reduced offers. So what I'll say is that I know it has been a particularly challenging time for merchants, particularly challenging time for people doing business now. And we've heard a lot from our customers and we've been working with them and partnering with them to assist them. And we want to assist you as well. And we know it's not easy and you're trying to pivot and understand, how do I continue to remain relevant? I still have some fixed costs while my revenues are decreasing. How can I either reduce my fixed costs or increase my revenues? Our role here today is to assist you to let you know that we will assist you in increasing the revenues, at least help you to reclaim some of the revenues you've lost, as well as provide the opportunity for you to capitalize on new market. I see where Misha Greg is asking how long will the monthly fee be waived. We're waiving the first month fee, so that will be 1 month that will be waived once you get signed up by May 29. So we want to partner with you and want to assist you. It's not easy being in business now, but we can work through this together. COVID will be here for a while, so we have to know how to live through COVID and how to continue to remain relevant to our constituents. And I don't want you to delay because you're not sure how to get started. Because while you delay, your customers will be looking at other options. So don't delay. There are a number of options that you can start with. All right. So thank you very much, everybody. It was real wonderful sharing with you. Sansa, really appreciate it. Kemara, thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. And looking forward to working with you to ensure that you never miss a sale online. Thank you.
Gregory, there's a question I want to ask you before you leave. It was just posted in the chat. Have you worked with any creative companies like animation freelancers or filmmakers? And before you answer the question, I want to let you know that we've been working with our creative entrepreneurs since the start of COVID as well. We have an event on Thursday called the In Concert series, where we focus on different aspects of the creative sector. And one of the conversations coming out of that In Concert series is that the financial institutions don't seem to understand the creative industry, and as such, they're unable to finance it. So this question from Kevin Jackson is very, very timely. Have you worked with any creative companies like animation freelancers or filmmakers? Can you answer that question, please?
Yes, Kevin, and thank you for asking that. We worked with a number of persons in the creative industry, not animation that I can think of, but we've worked particularly in the music industry, and we work with ads. So we've worked with a number of them. We've worked with a number of service companies. So a lot of the offers that I mentioned earlier, you could think of them either as a trade or a service, and the creative industry would fall within the service piece. So yes.
All right, fabulous. Thank you very much, Gregory. Just want to say, like we did in the week when we did demystifying e-commerce, I'm going to save the chat because there's a lot of useful information in there, and I will send it out to the persons that are in this group so that you can have connections with the links and so on. So if you didn't get a chance to pick up the link before, don't worry, I'll send it to you in an email. I want to thank Gregory from NCB and Kemar from Pulse Social for being with us this morning. It was an absolute pleasure to have you. Your presentation was clear and it was engaging. So thank you very much, gentlemen. We look forward to seeing some of you at 1 o'clock when we have our Reducing Wait Time webinar. Until next week, Tuesday, when we come back again with another engaging presentation. Thank you so much again, and we will see you next time.